Hi, and welcome to this new video. I really love nature. I love just sitting in it and enjoying every detail, every bird sound, every leaf of the tree, and yeah, just being able to sit here and enjoy it. I'm thankful that I'm here. So shall we start? I used to be in a relationship with someone. He used to love me so much at the start, but as we as it went on, he wasn't that much anymore, and she used to keep me as an option. And by that, I don't mean that she had other relationship options there, and she was not cheating, but I mean that she wasn't certain about me. I found out many of you may be in a similar situation. And that is really a hard place to be in relationships or friendships, because you see someone who has loved you so much and has given you much attention and affection, and then suddenly you see them not going further, but keeping you as on the, we can say, dating mode, and not asking you out, not planning dates, just generally not being as certain that they were. Then when you see it, you feel like you have done something wrong, or you feel like there's a problem with you. Like I may be boring. I may not have enough interesting things in my personality. Like when I was in the same situation, I used to just justify that she is right and I am wrong, And I used to think like I should read more books to be able to speak to her. Let me tell you something. She didn't read that much books, like she was a professional book reader. I used to think it's a problem of me that I'm not like reading enough books and watching enough films to be able to speak to her. She was knowing that so much too, but I used to think that I should practice talking, because my style of talking may be boring to her, and it's maybe the reason she's holding back, like I'm not interested anymore. And I used to think that maybe I should change my personality. Like, she liked games, okay? She was a gamer. She liked board games, card games, computer games, video games. And I was thinking like, okay, she loves games. I should love games. Like, there's something missing. Many of the people in my age love games, and they do play games, so I should love games. Like, no matter that it's not something I enjoy, I should play games, or I should try this, I should adjust that to my personality. And guess what? Even when I did those things, even when I went, and even when I exercised, when I went to the gym, she didn't choose me. That's something normal, because, if someone is meant to love you, they will love you. I wouldn't say at your worst, because you should try to be a better person, but for yourself, not for them. But they will love you as you are, okay? There's no worry. You should not change. You can adjust things that you feel you should, but I do not suggest adjusting these things, especially when you are in a toxic friendship or relationship, because many times, like often, this adjustment is not something you desire, You were just doing this to gain them. And guess what? If you do this to gain them, you will just make them go further away. That's normal. That happens a lot, quite always. So getting back to the main subject, when I did all those things, it didn't work, and this cycle of wasting my energy. And we were talking about not being an option. I saw her loving me so much and giving me everything, and then holding back and feeling I have a problem that she is not going further. She has stopped me like here when the maximum is here. I found out that the real problem was that she was not sure. And by this I mean I said she didn't cheat and she didn't have other relationship options like on the table, but she was not sure because she thought like this relationship might affect the other areas of her life, like her studies, her educational state. I can't say that it's a bad thing to care about your personal growth, but you should analyze this, you should consider this before you enter a relationship. But she did not do so. Like, she did promise me to stay, and then after some time she held back, and she just closed everything without asking permission from me, or without we discussing about it. Just so suddenly, no contact, and then after that everything changed. And I don't want to blame her, but I was changing myself for a person who was not even sure if she really wanted me, and who was struggling to take a decision about us. I don't really suggest doing so, like doing as I did. And now that I'm sharing my experience with you of that state of being an option, I've learned that I shouldn't settle for being an option. And this happens in many situationships. It may be a level higher than just situationships, but you probably faced these situations in your own life, or your friends' lives, or in your little relative lives, that they are with someone, and they are friends for some years, and they just don't marry, they just don't engage, or they just don't get closer and share a home. They're getting stuck in a certain level. I've realized in many of those situations, either the person does not want a higher level with you and just want you there, the person does not want you really, they just want to use you, or sorry for stopping the video, either they want you just there and they want to use you without really committing, or they are not sure if they want you more. In any way, in any of these situations, in this, what's that called? Okay, either if they are not sure they want you more, or either they don't, or if they don't really want you more. Oh, my grammar is broken down. In any way, you should break up with them before they do, because the thing they are going to do to you is that they keep you there, and they keep you feeling not feeling unwanted completely, because you have tasted their love, you have tasted their affection, but leaving you feeling that you should change to be loved more. Okay, they are going to give you this love, like, but they're going to give you this love, but so slowly, in small pieces, in small steps, that you feel like, okay, I could improve, and I could extend, I don't know, I could make the steps, make these pieces bigger if I just be a better person. Like in the first, when I saw them, I showed myself, maybe then I was a better person, I was showing a better person, I should be a better person. And it's my problem and it's not theirs, but it's just a trap, baby. Because they're going to leave you feeling like this in that stage. And many of them will gaslight your reality. They may say, oh, you're just so sensitive, you're just so, what was that called? Paranoid. You are like caring about attentions too much. I'm just busy, I just have my studies. But if someone wants to give you that fucking attention, they will, regardless of what they have to do, regardless of what project they're working on, regardless of how much time they have, they will give you a piece of that which will, a piece that you are worthy of. And by worthy of, I mean a piece that fills you up, a piece that gives you that enough energy, enough love that you're looking for. So don't settle for that being an option. Don't settle for less in something you are really worthy of. And I'm thinking of giving you some ways to get out of this condition. And they might be useful or not useful for some of you, but you can use the one which you think will work for you. So how did I myself got out of that place of being an option? Okay, we broke up, and then did I myself done the broke up? Like, did I myself break up with her? No, she did. So you might think that I did not do like a good job because she did a broke up, but after that I was really lost, because it was so complicated for me. I couldn't digest it. The things I did was that first I tried to, I somehow went in a little phase of something like depression, or the dark night of the soul, or however you want to call it. But I started to question every belief I had. I started to question every standard, everything, even if that was not about relationships. Because I felt like after this, when I am building my new self, who doesn't settle for less than something she wants and she deserves, I feel like I should build up this whole new personality. And that helped me, because I used to have some beliefs that were not resonating with the things I wanted. Like, I used to not feel so confident about my presence. I used to not feel so confident about being intimate with people. I used to have some limiting beliefs about love, about that I should give more, I should nurture them to receive little. And I found those beliefs. I walked on them. I did some shadow walks. I did some meditations. And I tried to, get aware of those patterns and of those wounds. And when you get aware of them, they suddenly disappear. Like it's like they're in a darkness. Some strange plants growing, or like just consider them as vampires. You have seen vampires when they face sunlight. They just disappear, they just die. And these wounds are like that too. And the awareness is that light, sunlight. When you get aware of any shadow, they will just heal themselves. And you do not need to fight them. They will just heal themselves for themselves. And yeah, this building this new personality and trying to examine every belief you had, every pattern will help you, because I think breakups and just these kind of not being successful in relationships are even more hurtful than being successful, especially when you are just experiencing it when you're young, because you can find the missing pieces of your personality, of your character, and you can adjust them in peace, and by considering your own needs, your own feelings, your own passion. The second thing after examining every belief, because it's so important, you should examine every belief, because there might be some beliefs that you haven't built them. Maybe that person told you something about you. Maybe they told you that you're boring, that you don't play games. Maybe they told you that you just seem so old, and these are not the hobbies you should have, and you are so just old-fashioned. You are a dinosaur. You should just review every belief, even the beliefs that they haven't given you, other people. It will help you to build this new character, this new you that will shine and will enter more beautiful, more gorgeous relationships. Second step is that you should, when you're in that depression mode, that you are building up everything and questioning everything, you should try to enjoy your life. Try to enjoy every cup of tea you take, you eat, you drink, yeah. And you should put yourself out there. You should go out even if you don't feel like it. You should maybe make new friends or speak to your friends. Even if you are so sad and you are just crying and you're just screaming, because that's it. That's life. You cannot stop living. If you stop living, you won't have enough energy to build up your life the way you should do. So I do suggest picking up new hobbies, picking up things that excite you. Maybe you were always thinking of starting. That's the fly is there on my phone. I wanted to shut it, kick it out. And I'm not abusing animals. I don't think flies are counted as animals. Okay. Someone used to say that flies are representing something in our life. They could have spiritual meanings. I will look it on the internet, look for it. I was just saying, when you put yourself out there and you try the things you always wanted to do, everything suddenly changes because you are finally living for yourself. So if you always like to try a certain thing, maybe you like to go to a particular cafe or maybe you like to just try a new drink, or even bigger, you like to start a new business, you like to uh, make money out of your abilities, like out of your painting, out of the art you're able to do. That will absolutely help you, because it makes you think of other things rather than the person you used to be with, and rather than that relationship, that friendship, that breakup, because this world life is much bigger than them. You may even meet new options, like new people, new fishes in the sea when you put yourself out there. That's just interesting. The third thing that helps you get out of this place, this depression place, after breakups, after being an option, after any kind of breakup experience, any kind of heartbreak, that you lose someone, you can and you certainly should. Let me remember, I just forgot it. What did I do? You should. Oh, yes. You should delete everything related to them. But it's not necessary. I know, I said it, you certainly should do it, but it's better to do it, because if those chats, if those messages exist, you will look at them and you will feel sorry for yourself, even when you are not in love with them anymore, in a friendship with them anymore, even when you're not even oh my gosh, even when you're not caring about them anymore, you will feel sorry for yourself, and it makes you feel guilty, like being not guilty, but you feel like, poor May, she behaved me bad. I'm sorry for my old self. That's not a good place to be, because if you want to make and to actually get into your new life, you should take responsibility of your whole life. You shouldn't be like, okay, she did that to me, he did that to me, and that's just how it works. I am always miserable, and we don't have these things, okay? We decide to make it, and we make it. That's just it. If you can, the next thing you can do, it's good to, butterfly. I don't know if that butterfly, went in the frame of the film, because I was not looking at the frame. That was a beautiful butterfly flying there. I think she went, from here. Maybe it was not captured in the film, but she's so beautiful. I think I would enjoy being a butterfly. Maybe in my next life. Was that called incarnation? No, something else. But yeah, in my next reincarnation or incarnation, I don't know which word should I use, because English is not my first language. It's not my mother language. But yeah. The next thing you can do to make it easier for you to move on, to love yourself, and to higher your standards, and to not settle for less than you deserve, is that you should trust yourself. I used to be, or to some extent I am still such person, but I used to be a person who did not trust herself so much. You know, like I would, I always believe that I'm a lucky person, and just like I have some magical luck that always works. And it's always like this, It happens for me because I believe in it. And I think I can manifest good opportunities, and I am certain that I'm such a person, and I'm lucky, and everywhere I go I can manifest the best, and like nothing really bad happens for me, and everything that happens will teach me something, That always happens like this, even the times I am not going shopping with my family. They buy me something I really love, and they buy me like dresses, clothes, things I need. And whenever I need things, I'm not saying that like I'm a multimillionaire, because I'm not. I'm just a teenager and I'm trying to find my way. But I do believe I'm good at manifesting things I need, even when I'm not thinking and I'm not even consciously trying to manifest. But about trust, I didn't trust myself. I knew I was lucky, but when it came to actually doing things and getting projects done, and when it came to my abilities, I used to doubt myself. I used to think that I'm not capable of doing this, or someone else might do this better than me, or I'm just not that perfect girl who can film YouTube videos, or I can't just be consistent. I can't get this done. I have always felt in this ugly beliefs that were holding me back. That I just don't have, the proper equipment to do this. I am not in a condition to do this, to do that. Like, I'm not qualified enough. I used to say all these things to myself. And, I'm studying in a special school, if it's not considered bragging. But yeah, in my country, we have some schools that, there is an exam that students attend in it when they're in 6th grade first, and one time when they're in 9th grade. And if you get accepted into that exam, if you get the enough score, you will be able to enter those special schools all over the country. And I'm studying in one of those countries, which means I'm not saying I'm like so smart and genius, but yeah, I have maybe a normal good IQ, or I'm considered smart in this educational system. I'm considered smart, even though I don't know, because being smart is not just about being in a particular school. It means much more in real life. But yeah, I am considered educationally smart in this system. But I used to, when you go into those schools, you see people, you see students who are just perfect at everything, and who are just, even not trying, and, getting all the high scores, all the, 100% out of 100 out of 100% score, 12 from 20 from 20, and that may disappoint you. You may compare yourself and you feel like, oh, okay, in this school I am not considered the top student, so I'm not smart at all, I'm not capable of doing that at all, I didn't get this high score, so I'm going to just fail everything in life. But it's not true, because education could be important, but it's not the whole life. There are many people out there who are doing things that don't need education and they're making a lot of money. So you shouldn't just feel like failure, feel like you failed for one score, or for just not getting that 100% grade, because it's not important. Oh, I think I got out of the way. I was talking about trusting yourself. Yeah, I was such a person. I didn't trust myself because I thought I'm not smart enough. I thought I'm not capable of being consistent. I'm just not the person, like not the person. But after this thing happened to me, after this breakup, when I was building the new me, which I should work on it even more in time. But this new me, this one who still has some blockages, some limiting beliefs, but a new one, some less blockages, less limiting beliefs. And when I was working to reach this, I realized that this breakup was so useful for me, because if it didn't happen, I wouldn't find these things. And okay, I used to find the person in my life, that significant other, former significant other. I used to think they're so smart because their grade was so good. They were excellent at studies, at every subject. They studied excellent. They were smart. They got good grades. And I was trying, and I was not getting that good results. So I unconsciously thought, put them in a pedestal, and thought they are smarter than me. The way I got able to break this attachment, to break this, to get over this breakup, was that I should have trusted myself more. It doesn't matter. Maybe you are not in the same situation. But anyways, if you trust yourself more, if you put this trust and this belief that you have in anyone else, in yourself, you will be able to move on much quicker. And the reason is, when you are doubting yourself, maybe someone has gaslighted you. Maybe you're just not comfortable with your own thoughts, with your own actions, with your own life. Maybe you just don't feel you're a good person anyway. When you do not trust yourself, when you do not put this energy and belief and trust in yourself, you won't be able to do things right. You won't be able to unless you put this trust in yourself. And that's somehow tricky, because you might think you should do this right to trust yourself, but sometimes you should fake it until you make it. You should trust yourself. You should be proud of yourself. And then, guess what? You will be a person worthy of this pride, worthy of this belief, worthy of this confident. Oh, it was confident. The word was to confide in someone, but you should really confide in yourself. And when you confide in yourself, you see that you can beat a whole world alone, with just having you in your armor. And I'm not bragging. I'm not just making it too big and too. I'm not fantasizing, I'm not romanticizing, but it's just this. When you go through experiences of breakups, of people leaving you, people cheating on you, you see that in this world you were alone. And I'm not saying you cannot get help from others. I'm not saying that they're not friends and they're not good members of family. They are, and they will help you. But by that I mean you cannot depend on others so much, At the end, that's just you. And guess what? You are not trusting the person in the mirror, And it means you are not trusting the only person who is able to save you from everything, who is able to go up, who is able to improve everything in your life. That's just terrible. Imagine there is someone, like imagine this person outwardly, a person who has the ability to save your life or to change it, and you just don't trust in this person, and you're like, I don't want you to change this because you're not capable of that. But when they are capable, they're the only one who is capable, and that person is exactly you. Such a wow. So it really helps to trust in yourself, and just not just in these situations that you want to move on, but always. It makes you confide in yourself, and when you do, you will do things right. And I am not in that place that I trust myself to the highest extent, highest intensity, highest amount yet. I should work on it. I should learn to trust myself more. But I think I'm much better at it. And it just changes the way you carry yourself. It changes the way you present yourself. It changes the way you talk to people. It changes everything. And I think this one is the last thing. The video got too long. The last thing. We said you can confide in yourself. We said how to try new hobbies that you wanted, and that's trying new things that you always wanted to do. Actually, helps also. Helps you to also confide in yourself more, because when you do something you like and you do it right, you try new things, you start to feel more confident, and that's just helping this other option. These are all connected because it's the same process of building the new you and getting out of that place that you used to be an option, out of that low level of confidence you had, that low level of standards. The last thing is to be cautious. But that I mean be cautious not to fall for things less than the things you desire. It happens. Not just for the relationships, but for everything. I don't know, you may have tried manifesting, and I have had some experiences in it. I was trying to manifest. Let's give an example, but not a real one, okay? Because this example in my own life is somehow personal. I cannot share this because first, the person might not like it to be shared, and that's something personal. And the second is that it's just too personal. I feel insecure to share it, It's just the boundaries. But let's imagine you want a cake, okay? You want a cake, and you are thinking of the cake and trying to manifest it. But you get sweets, someone buys you sweets, someone buys you cookies, and if you eat that cookie, you're telling the universe, you're screaming that, okay, I love cookies, and that's enough, maybe it's just what I can get. And then your stomach gets filled, and you're no longer hungry, so you don't have place for that big, delicious cake that you've been wanting, that you desired. So it is tricky, because you may think that the universe is tricking you, is it's not an obstacle. Just remember, it's an exam. of seeing if you really do want that big cake or you do not. And that's just it. Just build a new personality and wait for the cake. Do not settle for the cookies and sweets. And forget them. They're not the only person who can be with you, who is worthy of you. There are many better options. And, yes, I hope the best things happen to you. And goodbye. See you the next time.